finger or with their thumb, and it looks like muddy mess when it's scrolling by very quickly. So unless it is bright and clear, people won't stop. Unless they love you to death. If they see their name and they're like, I love everything she does, then they'll stop and they'll do that for you. But how many people, as we're growing our business, love you that much that quickly? The point is we want to grow and expand our network, right? The other thing is video. If you guys aren't comfortable with video, it's time to get comfortable. And I was terrified of video in the beginning. I still don't love video, but I used to think like, I'm never going to do video because I don't want to have to shower every day and I don't have to put makeup on every day. And finally, I just started saying, fuck it. And I just started pressing play and doing Facebook Live, sometimes while I'm doing my makeup, sometimes like when I just finished working out and I'm dripping in sweat. I'm not saying like, don't try to be professional and be thoughtful about lighting and angles. If I'm going to look like crap, I'm going to at least do it with nice lighting. So I stopped caring and I just started doing my videos anyway. If you guys want to start practicing, do them in your team pages and ask your teammates have everybody like trade a day and say, okay, Tracy one day, Heather Lee, the next day, and then everybody give feedback on what they can improve. And just remember, when you're especially doing a Facebook Live, and I'm going to tell you guys some cool tricks that I just learned today about Facebook Live. When it comes to doing Facebook Live, your concern is like really building community and getting questions and engagement and interaction. So, you guys could jump on and you guys can, just start talking. And really the point is like, you want to get the conversation going because they're going to be participating in that dialogue with you. But project, have a solid, confident voice. So if you guys are talking like this and very, very slowly, if I hear someone speak that slow, I'm out. I don't have time to sit there and listen to slow talkers. Nobody does, right? So I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm a fast-paced individual, but if someone is talking super, super quietly and slow, it is like someone taking nails and putting it on a chalkboard for me, and it won't last for very long. So that's just a couple tips for you guys for just being, having a good presence on video. Project your voice, practice in your team page first, get some good natural lighting if you can do that. If you guys are, doing something at nighttime, you guys could do the Lumi cases, which are not very expensive. They're like $40. You can put them on your iPhone. And it just lights up your face and actually smooths it out. So if you guys don't have makeup on, it makes you look awesome anyway. So, and I'm all about whatever I can do to look awesome without having to put makeup on. So I know all the tips and tricks you guys can ask away if you're done. Or at done. Okay, so here's some tips for Facebook Live. Number one, it's going to be coming to desktop soon is the word on the street. But if you guys Google social media, if you guys are like my personal development right now should be focused on social media. Social Media Insider is a great resource. Amy Porterfield is a great resource. Maury Smith is a great resource. And from then, you'll start to hear them talk about like the people that they love too. So if you guys search Social Media Examiner and then do Facebook Live desktop, you guys will see the article pop up. I just read through it today, but I haven't implemented it yet. So that is a way where you guys can do Facebook Live on desktop. But what I use is I just have like a little selfie stand where it can be as tall or as short. I can have it just short enough to stick up on my desk, or I can have it tall enough to where I can take it around the house with me. You guys can find one of those for like $15 on Amazon. So that could be an option for you guys as far as setting up your Facebook Live. Mari was saying she prefers to do Facebook Live square. So you guys can do it either the landscape, the horizontal, or square. She does it square. I personally prefer to do it landscape because when I upload to YouTube, it looks better. So that's my preference. And I don't think it really matters either way. But the thing that I didn't know was, maybe you guys already know this, but I didn't realize that once you finish and you publish your Facebook Live into your news feed and it's hanging out there now in your timeline, you can go back and you can click the edit button, and you can edit all kinds of different things about the video. You can, like, what you put in there in the beginning is your description. And when it comes to your description, make sure you're really helping pique curiosity so people want to press play and listen. And it gives a clear indication as far as what you're talking about. If someone goes live on their page and they don't have a description, I will not even press play to listen, because I'm like, I have no idea what it's about. It probably has nothing to do with me. I just assume that it has nothing to do with me and I won't even listen. So make sure to have a good description that's kind of clear as far as, you know, what you are going to talk about, but give them a little bit of a cliffhanger. Think about magazine titles where you're like, oh my God, I got to read that article. It sounds super juicy and exciting. You guys can look for inspiration there. I do the same thing with my my beginning intro sentences for Facebook posts. So that's a little tip for you guys for your description, but you can also title the video. You guys can add tags to your video. So Mari is suggesting that Facebook is kind of trying to use tags kind of like YouTube does, so people don't even need to use YouTube anymore. And let's see, what else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, you guys can specifically invite certain people to come watch your Facebook Live. So once you're already going and you press broadcast on the lower left corner of the screen, I don't know why I never noticed this before, but there's like a little person symbol with a plus button. So you can click that and specifically invite people that you know, like maybe live on an event talking about challenge groups, and you want to invite your prospects, and you want to make sure that they get a notification that you're going live. So you guys can invite specific people. After broadcasting, you can trim it, the recording. So if you guys, sometimes I talk about the content and then I do a bunch of like questions and I talk to people and, you know, the comment section, but the recording then goes from like 15 minutes to 30 minutes. If I want the recording to just be that 15 minutes and not all the comments and stuff, if I don't think that's going to be valuable for the people who might be catching the recording instead of the actual live, then you could trim that off. Let's see. Oops. Oh, you guys can do a caption file. So what Mari was saying is that when people are watching videos, a lot of times they're not turning the volume on. So that's why you get a lot of like videos in your news feeds where there's really no words, it's just constant captions. So if you guys do a video, a Facebook Live, what you can do is you can download the Facebook Live video, upload to YouTube. YouTube will create a captions file for you, and then you can take that captions file and you can add it to your Facebook Live video. So there's like a little place once you click edit where you can upload that. So if it's something where you just do like this killer, 90-second invite to a challenge group or something like that, high energy, and you guys want to add a captions file, that might be worth doing that. Because I know a lot of people are sitting there at work or in lines at grocery stores where they can't hear it and it's super loud, or they don't want to get caught watching the video. So those caption files might come in handy because they can see your face and your energy, but they have no idea what you're saying. And so it's getting lost on them. So I thought that was genius. And then, let's see, did I miss anything? Okay, that was the last tip for you guys that I had for Facebook Live. And then I want to share with you one last cool tip that she showed. I don't know if you can do this on a PC, but if you guys are Mac users, she showed us how to take your phone and project your phone up onto your screen. So if you guys are trying to show, let's say you're trying to show a customer how to use the challenge tracker or something like that. If you guys have QuickTime and you plug your phone in, you'll be able to, once you start your QuickTime video, there's a little settings button where you click on the settings and then your phone should pop up as an option and it will project your phone instead. So you can share a video with one of your customers, or you can show your team how to use a cool new app that you found. So I thought that was a cool tip because there's other tools out there, but you have to pay for them. I purchased a tool called Reflector. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it was kind of a waste of 10 bucks. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Oh, last thing, you guys probably already know this because I think I'm super late to the party with this one because Nicole already knew everything about it. But I didn't realize you guys could open up your Facebook Messenger app and then record a video from there and just send it to someone. So let's say a customer is trying to sign up and they're like, I don't know what button to push. Just grab your phone, put it up to your computer screen, and then show them and then pop them over that video. I thought that was genius. What else? There was something else she showed earlier that was really cool too. Oh, if you guys have a blog, there's also now a widget that you can download onto your blog, and it will allow people to Facebook Messenger you from your blog. So people are like up on your challenge. Does anybody else have a blog? Do you guys care about this? Okay, there are a couple of you. So people are on like your, like what's a challenge group page or something like that, and they have questions you guys can install. So it will have a little pop-up. I haven't done it yet. She just showed us today, but where they can Facebook Messenger you a question straight from your blog page, which I thought was genius. Because so many people, like, I don't even really check my email that much anymore. If you want to reach me, the fastest way is Facebook Messenger. I check my email like once a day. I check Messenger once every 45 seconds. Just serious. Okay, that's all I had for you guys. Lots of really, really cool tips from the Murray Smith webinar. Any questions? No? What do you guys feel like is the area that you want to focus on your personal development? Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So going along with Heather Lee's suggestion as far as taking like one thing and just like really, really focusing on that. I know a lot of you guys are reading this book with me, but the 12-week year is kind of the perfect way to kind of set up that and say, okay, I'm going to learn how to master Facebook, and then breaking that down into like, okay, this is what I'm going to do every day. I'm going to watch a video, then I'm going to go implement this, and just like breaking it down into teeny little tasks. Because you guys can have an idea as far as like, oh, I want to grow my following by 2,000 people. But if you don't know what you're supposed to do every day to do that, then it's just a wasted goal. You know, you get to the end of the year and you're like, well, I guess that's never going to happen. But really it was just that you didn't have a plan. So I highly recommend this book when you guys are breaking down those goals as far as, you know, how you want to grow your business. Oh, Brianna said, I feel like I for sure need to work on how to communicate with people. I got messages from 5 girls today about being interested in challenge group. As soon as I tell them that they need to buy something, they freak out and stop replying. Are you insecure about the price? Do you want to unmute yourself? Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I feel like, okay, so I'm a college student, so obviously the people that I'm talking to are college students. So I guess it's difficult when obviously being they're college students, they don't want to spend that money and they're like, oh, I can't afford it. And like I tend to extend invites for my challenge groups like 3-4 weeks in advance before they start. So obviously that's a lot of time for someone to like save up the money if it's something that they really want to do.
Bullshit. It's
right?
People want to spend their booze money on,
right?
Okay, how about you guys, like college kids have money. They just spend it all on alcohol, right?
Yep.
So what if you did a challenge group called Trade the Booze for a Booty or something like that? Like
That's a good one. That's
so you're putting it out there, like clearly you're going to have to ditch the booze, you're going to save the calories, you're going to save money, and you're going to invest that into your nice ass.
I like that. I will for sure try that.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see, what other questions? Facebook ads, what's the best one to run if you want to gain followers? I don't run ads to gain followers anymore because I have 12,000 followers on my page, and sometimes I might get 4 likes. So the followers aren't valuable to me unless I'm really just running an ad to target my followers. So one thing I will say, oh my God, where did I just hear this? maybe it was on the webinar today. I think the breakdown was, let's say you have a $20 budget. You take, oh my God, I'm going to misquote this. So I'm going to just tell you guys random numbers, and then I'm going to go find the real numbers and I'll post them into the page. But it was something along the lines of like 20% to kind of grow your following, add like 20% to boost the post after you wait. I'm really fucking this up. I'm going to just stop talking because it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to go find out the real deal, and then I will do a Facebook Live as soon as we're off of here, and I'll tell you guys what the recommendation from Mari was. But I pretty much just run ads to posts. Once I've gotten as much organic reach as I'm going to get out of them, then I'm going to do, using the ads manager, I'll run a Facebook ad. And then you kind of do it in little spurts. Like say your budget is, for this part is, $10, spend $2. And if it's working really well, check it and keep it going. If it's not working, then you can adjust your targeting. But make sure that until you feel like your targeting is like really making sense and working, it takes some practice and you will have to invest a little bit of money, but it's so worth it. Facebook ads will help you. It's like paying an assistant. You're paying Facebook to get your message out in front of other people that normally you would have to spend a whole lot of time to find.
Yeah, Lacey says she struggles with invites, so she needs to focus on building relationships and how to have conversations. She always freezes up when they ask for more info. Is there
okay.
Like PD?
Here's what I do when people ask for info. I don't tell them the info, I give them resources. So now I exclusively recruit through sneak peeks. So when people are like, tell me more about that coaching thing, I'm like, perfect, let me put you into this group where there's already videos, and I let the videos do the talking for me. And I just focus on building relationships with who are you and how are we similar. So I look for opportunities to build me toos. So the information is given through all the videos. So you guys could just take the 27-minute, what is coaching webinar that I did last week and share that with them. But here's the thing. When you guys send a video, before you send it, say, hey, this video is 27 minutes. Would you be able to watch this in the next 24 hours? And I'll follow up with you tomorrow at, give them a specific time. Does that work for you? Finish with a yes or no. And then when you go follow up with them in 24 hours, they're not like, oh my God, this girl's bothering me. They know you're coming because you already set the expectation and they agreed to it. If they can't watch it in that amount of time, then they can say like, you know what, I'm crazy slammed for the next day, but I can definitely watch it, the following day. And then you say, okay, perfect. I'll follow up with you at, and then give them another specific time, mark it in your calendar and follow up with them then. But let the resources do the talking for you, and your part is to build those me toos, to figure out who they are, what they want, share little bits of your story so they can connect and see themselves in your story, so they can see you guys are similar, and it just builds trust. So that's how I talk to people. I used to do the whole like conversations through Facebook Messenger, one person at a time, took like 5 hours per person. I haven't done one of those in years. I use my resources, and then I just use like the Facebook to be like, how are your kids? What's your husband up to? What's he do? Like, where do you guys go on vacation? Stuff like that. But when people say, can I have more information? Yeah, Closing with Class is a great video. But even still, like I should probably update Closing with Class because, I don't ask all of those questions anymore. And maybe it's not maybe. Part of it's my confidence. I've been doing this for 5 years, so I have a lot of confidence. I know my value, I know the product's value, and I know the business opportunities value, and I believe in them 1,000%. And so that confidence translates with people. And so I've never got someone, not anybody probably within the last 4 years, it's like, oh my God, that costs money. Like, whatever, I don't get stuff like that from people anymore. They expect like this person's a person of influence and value because that's how I project myself. I know my worth. I know my time's worth. So confidence is a big issue when you're talking to people. Don't sit there and be like, oh my gosh, what are they going to think about me? Just send them some information, schedule a follow-up time, and then build the personal connection with them. And all of you guys can do that. You don't need training for that. Not to say don't go do training, but just saying you guys know how to, start conversations. Oh, and then for challenge groups, I do the same thing. I'll take like what is a challenge group video and I'll send that to them, or you guys can do like what is challenge group event and just do like a 1-day event on what challenge groups are like, a 3-day event. That's where I invite people to give them the information, the like personal connection of just like, what are you all about? What am I all about? That happens through private message. Doesn't that take the pressure off? Yes, right? I can't remember the last time where I'm like, okay, this is what a challenge pack is. I haven't done that in years. And it's just makes my business way more fun anyway. Because I'd much rather talk to people like and find out who they are as a person than like talk about programs. I let the resources do that for me. Good question. What else? Anything? Does anybody else have like input that they want to say, like a method that they use for having conversations and building relationships with people? Or resources that you've used to help?
I've been using, I don't think it's anything amazing, but I've been using a ton of voice messaging in the messenger. People, for some reason, just like hearing my voice and me speak, and they always would say, oh my God, it's so good to put like your voice to your face. You sound so genuine. So I do that a lot. And I just recently start doing what you just mentioned, Andrea, as far as when somebody says like they're interested in coaching, I would just immediately drop them in my sneak peek group. And I also started doing anybody that liked the picture, whether they say I want more info or anything, I would message them, thanks for liking that picture. I really appreciate you taking like a second just to like it. It was about XYZ. Is that something you've ever thought about? Sometimes I'll say like, what do you do for a living? I'm kind of curious if you like my coaching posts. Is that something you've ever thought about? And if I do 10 people, I'll probably get 2 that will say yes, drop me in the sneak peek. But I tend to do the same thing. I'll go in the sneak peek and just, hey, I'm here. Let's do a little Q&A. Let's talk. And I kind of like have conversations with them that way because I'm pretty comfortable on video and going live and chatting with people that way. So that's what I just recently really started doing as far as in my sneak peeks and stuff. And I'm getting more comfortable with connecting with people that way.
Love it. And now that I know about this like top secret tool that's clearly not top secret and everybody knew but me, but like the little videos that you can do in Messenger, oh my God, when someone says yes to joining your team, even if they haven't even signed up yet, send them a video and be like, I'm so excited to work with you. And just like let them see your enthusiasm and your energy and your personality. Or, someone asks you for more information about your challenge group, but you're like in mom mode right now, show them what it's like to be a mompreneur and send them a little video and be like, I'm changing a diaper. I'll be there in 5. Just hang tight. I'm not going anywhere. Like, show them what the life is like. And that helps them build, a much faster connection with you when they can hear your voice and they can see your facial expressions, especially if it's not like perfect life situations. They can see like, hey, I'm still doing the dang thing. And I'm like sweating nasty. If you guys could smell me, you'd be like, no, we are not meeting right now, Andrea. But I did a Snapchat right before I got on. I just finished my workout and I was like, just finished my workout, guys. I'm sweaty and nasty. Thank goodness my people on the webinar can't smell me because this is what boss life is like or something along those lines. But like, and then I choked on my own spit in my Snapchat and I still posted it. No lie. You guys can see it on my Snapchat story right now. But like, that's the fun part is people get to see like the, your funny little quirks or just like your genuine, personality, and they can hear your tonality and it just builds trust. Like video and audio and all that stuff is game changer for Facebook Messenger for really connecting with people. And honesty. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know to people. It builds trust really quickly because they're like, oh, she's still making it work and she doesn't know all the answers. I still say, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, but I'll go find the answer for you right now. That doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly, I've still built an excellent business, but it just builds trust when I, don't try to pretend like I know everything. Good questions. What's the link to the challenge group video? They're all on the Misfit channel on youtube.com/Misfit Republic. They all get stored there. There's a ton of different recordings on there from the last couple of years. Is that it?
I think so. Do you want me to finish the recording?
Sure.